Welcome back to the Deep Digger Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts.
And we are going to talk the results of the Heisman list. But before we get into that, I do want to touch on it's kind of going crazy right now. Travis Hunter's girlfriend is getting so much hate, or fiance, so
Fiance.
much hate
Get it right.
online. It's like a hate parade for this girl. And I get it. They're over here like, well, she had an OnlyFans. There's reports she was a stripper, and she didn't like him at first, and she just wants it for the money. Am I crazy by saying like probably like 90% of the league is dating women like this? Like, why are we piling on to this girl?
I think it's solely because not only is Travis Hunter like this big name football player, but also he does streaming. He does other content on the side. I think that's why it's gravitating more towards his fiance because they are more visible than the average Heisman candidate. I mean, realistically, they had that the wraparound video where it was all four Heisman wags, and no one. I don't even know any of the other. I don't know any of their names realistically, but I couldn't tell you one other thing about any of the other women there. Like, I just think he's more visible than the other Heisman candidates realistically.
I think it's just crazy that she's getting so much hate. Like, okay, yeah, questionable person, questionable motives. Like, what else is new? He's a star athlete. He wants to be with her. He's with her. Like, he's a grown man.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
And there's like, we've heard stories before of like women who that's all they do is date these athletes. Like, didn't Will Levis's girl from the draft was with Trey Young, and like, there's like all
No, it
kinds
was
of,
CD Lamb's girl was with Trey Young.
yeah, like there's all kinds of there's multiple situations that are like this. I think she's just getting a little bit too much, unwarranted hate.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
all I
who
say about
gives a shit? Like, let him live his life, dude.
whatever. Yeah, let him make this. He made the choice. If Prime isn't sitting him down and being like, "Listen, son, you can't be over here with this girl."
All right, I'm done talking about this. Let's talk Heisman.
How is that Deion Sanders impression?
That was a pretty good one.
I didn't know I could do that. He did something just came up for me.
I think your eyes changed when you did it.
So the Heisman list, a lot closer.
I mean,
Ashton Jeanty and Travis Hunter a lot closer than we expected.
yeah, I mean, realistically, I was a Travis Hunter guy. Travis Hunter ends up winning. Ashton Jeanty was the runner-up. You were an Ashton Jeanty guy. Do you feel slighted? Like, do you feel like this was wrong?
Yeah, I thought Ashton Jeanty should have been the winner, but I get it. I mean, I think the second that they gave Travis Hunter the best receiver award and the best corner award, they were padding his resume to be like, look, he's done all these achievements. Of course he's going to win the Heisman. And I feel like other people were robbed from those awards more so than the Heisman. But you get it. He's doing something we're not used to. He did have solid numbers on each side of the ball. If Jeanty breaks Barry Sanders' record in the regular season, this is a whole nother story. But he didn't stat pad.
Okay, but if we're gonna say I hear the arguments like, oh, Ashton Jeanty, he led his team to a playoff berth. They have a first round bye. I get it, but also the first round bye isn't really that. I don't think it's that prestigious, especially the way that this college football playoff is formatted. They would have been the last seed or second to last seed if we're going to be completely honest. And if you're going to say all Travis Hunter did was stat pad and snaps are not, when did snaps played become a stat? You're a fucking idiot. Like, realistically, if we're going to do that, then take Jaden Daniels' Heisman away from him because that LSU team wasn't winning shit. And all they did was like, hey, we have a guy that can win. Let's go out there and win this Heisman. That's all they did. LSU did. So I'm 100%. I think that Travis Hunter deserved it. He did something that we've never seen done before. And if you're going to be like, oh, Charles Woodson had like fucking 12 catches. Like, me and him, I was 12 catches away from Charles Woodson. So let's chill out there. Okay. He did something that no one else ever has done. He was their number one corner. He was their number one wide receiver. He played both sides of the ball, and he caused that team to go down the like he willed them to wins down the stretch. So I think that is the most impressive feat in football, in college football this year. I think it should be rewarded. I think, oh well, like Ashton Jeanty had a good season. Should he have like stayed in games? Yeah, I think 100%. I think that realistically, if you're Boise State, you're stupid for not playing Ashton Jeanty in second halves. What are we doing here? We have a guy that can do history. Let's go out there and get him the win. Let's go out there and let's prove it for our guy that he is the best in the nation, hands down. You have fucking Cam Scattaboo right now saying that he's the best in the nation, and people are like, yeah, I think so. What? Like, you had a guy in Ashton Jeanty that could have had a generational season, and instead you handcuffed him.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit we're losing the plot a little bit. It's impressive what Jeanty's doing by getting wins with Boise State. Colorado was an awful team last year, and they had low expectations this year. We were talking about them not getting 4 wins to start this year, and they are 9-3 in a really
Power 4 conference.
Power 4 conference, a really exciting, a really close fought conference. I think he really was one of the main reasons, other than Shedeur, of like turning this entire team around. And if you watch that team at the beginning of the season with their offensive line not performing, 0 run game, he was really the one there making the plays and really putting the team on his back to get wins.
We were calling Shedeur Sanders a Travis Hunter merchant. We were saying like that's all they have is like throw to Travis. I think, like, again, this is something that we're probably not going to see again moving forward. This is something we've never seen before. I think it's the most impressive feat in college football this year. It should have been rewarded. And it was. And I think that was the right move.
Yeah, well, you guys let us know in the comments how you feel about the Heisman race. Was it Travis fairly, or do you think Ashton Jeanty should have got some more votes? Go in and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Later.